Hello, and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we're going to be checking out the SPEEDCROSS mode in Need for Speed Payback. Now, this is completely new, and I really enjoyed playing it. Now, of course, I want to give EA and all the guys over at Ghost a massive thanks for bringing me out to the studio to check this out. I really enjoyed it, really had a great time, and the whole idea behind SPEEDCROSS is the fact that it's basically think of it like this. You've got a massive list of, well, I wouldn't say massive list of events, but you've got a list of events to do, and by the time you get all the way to the end, the car that you start out with is going to be hugely upgraded. So this little mini here, it starts out like this. This is how you do the first couple of events, and then as you go through, Rav will upgrade it for you. So literally, you just go into the next event and go into the next event and go into the next event. Now, you can customize this, but of course, once you finish, but like I said, the upgrades actually occur automatically as you go through. The cool thing is that once you finish the events in this series, what you can do then is you can go back into the events with whatever car you want. Like, once you finish an event, you can go back into it with whatever other car you want. Now, how SPEEDCROSS works is basically it's a combination of drifting, jumps, smashes, like speed, pretty much everything you can think of rolled into one big event. Now, main thing you need to be able to do here in order to score well is you need to be good at drifting. Obviously, that's a really important part of SPEEDCROSS, but you also need to be really good at aiming for things, because I thought that the boxes with the the little glowing red around them, I thought that those were like something to avoid. Yeah, it turns out they're actually something you're supposed to hit. That's your smash bonus. So I don't know why I thought that you were supposed to avoid them in the beginning. I guess that may have been just me. But at the end of the day, once you start to figure out the little nuances of what to aim for, you'll start to post really big scores. And I actually started this out on medium difficulty and realized by the end that I should have been playing on hard difficulty, because towards the end I'm scoring like well over 1.5 million points per event. So it's like, and some of these events you can score, like if you really practice, you can score over 2 million on. Now, that does take an upgraded car, but it really doesn't feel like it's that long. That's one of the cool things about it, is that it doesn't really feel like the events themselves are that long, and it doesn't feel like the progression to get to the end, it doesn't feel like it's that long, but it actually is a lot longer than you think. And the reason why it doesn't technically feel that long, at least to me, is because it's so enjoyable, and it was really fun and really challenging and really added a new feel and a new flavor to the game. And I feel like there's definitely going to be some people that are iffy on the fact that you've got these big, massive bankings and stuff like that, but personally, I have nothing wrong with it, because I find nothing wrong with it at all, because I think that those are a really fun, welcome addition. Now, once you're done with the first couple of airfield ones, then you move over to a construction site, and this really, you move all throughout the map in these events, which is really cool, because there's differences and little nuances between each area and each category of tracks. I mean, like, the construction zone ones are really tight and have a lot of tight corners, whereas, say, for example, the ones you do later on, some of them are a combination between on and off road, and some of them are also really open, so you can get these insanely long sweeping drifts or do massive jumps, and those are really fun, by the way. Like, those are some of the most fun ones to do that I can even think of. Now, another thing to note is there's a lot more in this update than just SPEEDCROSS. I mean, you're dealing with new cars and all these other sort of things. But one of the coolest things about SPEEDCROSS is the antagonist, and he's interesting.
I'm Jason Monroe, reigning king SPEEDCROSS. You can call me Barracuda.
Can I call you Barry for short?
Well, enjoy SPEEDCROSS before the pros kick you out. See you around.
So anyways, Monroe or Barracuda or whatever you want to end up calling him he's definitely a very interesting antagonist. He kind of reminded me of some of the older Need for Speed antagonists, but yeah, I know there's going to be, I feel like there's going to be people that are going to be like, oh, I don't like him, and there's going to be people like, I don't know, that like me that think he's cool. He can be a little, like, he can get on your nerves a little bit, but that's half the point of somebody like him, is to get on your nerves, right? And I think he did a good job of that. I mean, he's not super serious, but that's not the point of Need for Speed. I mean, the point of Need for Speed, I mean, we just did a freaking massive jump and scored a combo. I mean, the point of Need for Speed is not to be super serious. The point of Need for Speed is to, you know, build your cars, race your cars, and have fun. It's literally just that. And I feel like this Speedcross mode really lends itself well to that play style. Now, like I said, here we're in a little bit of a more off-road focused environment, and you've got quite a few of these depending on where you are on the map. But I really enjoy the off-road stuff. I think it lends itself well to Speedcross as a game type and as a style of gameplay. I really enjoy what you'll see later on. I really enjoy when they kind of intermix the two together. But I think that the main thing is these, the ones in like the Braxton area. Oh my god, they're super tight, but they're also kind of finicky in the fact that, like, and I don't say finicky as in like a bad way, but like finicky as in like you'll have open sweepers like you're seeing right now, and then like boom, you'll have a 90-degree corner, and then like boom, you'll have just another 90-degree corner. So it's a little iffy in terms of getting into a rhythm, but they really challenge you. Like, they really challenge you. And if you're looking for ones that are going to be a massive challenge and ones that are easy to do but really hard to master, I think these Braxton ones are going to be kind of the kings of that particular type of gameplay. I'm fairly certain that if you really enjoy the challenge aspect, you're going to be here a lot. And by the way, that little coin that we just hit going off of the jump, that's like, boom, automatic ×4 multiplier. So if you see one of those things, hit it. Hit the crap out of it. Now, one of the biggest tips that I can give you guys for scoring well in Speedcross is work on your combos. Combos are everything. Keeping a multiplier is absolutely everything here, even more so than in drift events, because in drift events, I mean, you can like lose your multiplier a little bit and then work it back up. I mean, and you could do the same in this, but the multiplier is super important because there's some areas where you can't drift or you can't use drift score. So there's definitely an importance to building up that multiplier and then keeping it. And just as in drift mode, your nitrous still holds your multiplier and prevents it from coming down. So I would say the most important thing about Speedcross is that multiplier, and avoid tapping walls, because if you tap walls, yeah, it's gone. So you don't lose your points, you just lose your multiplier. I do like how it also gives you that little kind of grading at the end there, which that is actually kind of nifty because it lets you know what you need to work on. Some people might be like, oh, well, I don't want to see that. It's telling me where I suck. And I'd be like, well, wait a minute. It tells you what you need to work on, not exactly where you suck. But you could interchange those two, but like, I would say use it as motivation instead of being like, oh, it's coming after me. Why? But no. In terms of an actual game type, though, I absolutely love this Speedcross game type. It really takes me back to some of the older games, and not necessarily like older Need for Speed games, but like it's reminiscent of racing games as a whole, of say from like, you know, 4 to 5 years ago, where it was all about fast-paced, constantly changing action, back and forth, really keeping you on your toes. And I really like that, and I really enjoy that, and personally cannot wait to see more. I'm just very excited to see where this goes, and hopefully this paves the way for more new ideas within this kind of range in you know, Need for Speed Payback and Need for Speed as a whole. And by the way, at a certain point the car gets underglow, and I was like, oh, that's a nice touch. And as you can see, where we started out to where we are now, the car has upgraded itself and upgraded itself and upgraded itself. We have a wing now, we have a wide body, we have diffuser, we have underglow. And by the way, there is a certain point in which the antagonist is like, hey, I'm gonna send my boys after you. And so you got a little bit of a chase to deal with, but honestly, the chase isn't really all that bad. You get past the chase, and then you can get past the chase pretty quick, and then after you get past the chase, you've got him to deal with, like the actual guy to deal with, and once you take Barracuda down, then it's yours, dude. So yeah, you've got a couple of races that involve beating his score, and I'm actually grateful that it's just you on track and not like a bunch of other cars at the same time, because I think that would be absolute chaos. But I think it actually, like I said, it makes more sense for you to be on track by yourself and have it solely based on score, because if it's solely based on score, then it really gives you that, you know, it really allows you to focus on what you're doing on track a lot more so than if you were to be trying to battle it out with other cars and maintain a score and maintain a multiplier. And I think being on track is definitely the better option of the two. So that's definitely where I stand in terms of the the debate of where it would it or would it not be better with other cars on track. I personally think it's better, like I said, solo, and we came so freaking close to the wall. Like, I was like, oh my god. But once you actually take him down, you got a little like cinematic here at the end, and then you actually get to, as you'll see later, you get his car, or his car becomes available for you, and that car is actually really fun. The Infinity, super fun to drive. It's actually really smooth car. So I ended up kind of taking it out and taking it back through some of these other events, but I actually have videos with that car coming very soon. So make sure you guys stay tuned and subscribe for those if you aren't subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to leave this one a like. Tell me in the comment section down below what y'all thought of it, and again, subscribe for more if you all enjoyed. I'll see y'all next time. Talk to you guys later. By the way, there's a little preview of the Infinity for you, but again, you'll have to come back next time for that. See y'all there.